and find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey everybody, so breaking news. I had to go live real quick. I know I've been on most of the day, but rumor is Don Wells is out. So I'm just wondering if anybody knows. While I was on the reporter room, the subject of Don Wells came up and the rumor of him being released. And I searched his name on Vine. Well, I was a guest on her panel, and he is not coming up. So, and something that just crossed my mind, is this on purpose? How convenient, Another distraction, distract everybody from Ronnie Lawson's wrongdoings. He's not coming up on VineLink. So I don't know. People, see if you can find out. Is it offline? Maybe that's it. I was like, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? If that's true, then I'm gonna delete or change my title, because I don't want people thinking that he's out. If he's, look at offline. Okay, so can somebody look at the Hawkins count? Excuse me, I played the 5th? Why are you so rude about it? God. You call. I can't do everything. You call. I'm just been spending the last 2 days straight researching Ronnie Lawson and all that undercover nonsense. I cannot fucking do everything and expose everything and, let you guys know about, I can't know everything. That's why it's in question form, Matt. Did you see that? It's in question format. It was a question. Yeah, somebody called his phone earlier and somebody answered too. That was something else. Because look at your comment. It sounds rude. As you say, dude, he isn't out of jail. Call the jail. You didn't say, I called the jail and they told me he's not out. You didn't say that. You talked like you're somehow, just so much smarter, and I'm just such an idiot. It's a question. Did you not see that I was on? Maybe you didn't know, but I do know because you were there. I was just on a panel. I didn't have a chance to call him. And before that, I was on here exposing Ronnie Lawson. When the fuck do you think I have time? And if you are, let me check, make sure she's not a fucking mod. Done with that bullshit. It's been a while since I've been that pissed. Really, I can't ask I have to know everything. That stuff is pisses me off. When people act like that. If I don't know something, then all of a sudden I'm just. I know I heard somebody call his phone and somebody answered, which is another weird thing. But I will change the title because if we don't know for sure, it's in question format. That's the whole point, though. It's still, I still believe that Ronnie Lawson is still, all the stuff that I already said earlier is still true. There is absolute corruption in Hawkins County, and it's all involving Burim Baptist Missionary Baptist Church. No, she's not fine, May. I will not apologize. I will absolutely not apologize. I will absolutely not apologize. She was completely out of line. And then you could read her reply, and it was rude too. It was obvious to me that she was being bitchy in her response. Instead of, why wouldn't she just inform me that she called the jail? Why do you have to demand I call the jail? Just inform me. You don't have to be like that. So no, I am not sorry. She badmouths me in other chats. I know. That's why she's no longer a mod. Exactly. It's not like I just like randomly pick on people. That shit pisses me off when they act, oh, you're a bully. No, I have my reasons. And people that have been here for a long time should know that. I don't just like randomly get so pissed off at somebody. Plus, it was obvious that that's how I knew that she was being a bitch, because I've seen the stuff that she said in other chats lately. So not only, it wasn't a misinterpretation because she has been talking shit lately. So so is it really true? Has anybody else called the jail and confirmed for sure? Here, I'll delete that I'll just take out the first part of my title. So it just says another distraction for Ronnie Lawson. So as far for those coming in, it looks like false alarm on Dawn being so I'll probably get off here in a second. So if you have something else to I don't want people wasting their time here when we're not going to really talk about much. And it looks like it was more than likely a false alarm with Dawn being out because the system or the Hawkins County is down on VineLink. And so that would be why he's not coming up on VineLink. Now, I haven't checked any other source, but it is down on Hawkins County. Actually, let me delete my post too, so that people, if we know for sure he's not released. Okay. No, I don't. I haven't seen the Benny's live with the the paperwork. I don't know what people are talking about. I tried to look it up. What post? I didn't say she posted that tonight, Quinny. I was live when that was put out. That happened on my channel, what she was playing. I never said that Billy Joe posted a post tonight. I don't know what you're talking about. The post you said Billy Joe posted tonight was put out by her at least a week. What post are you talking about? I saw that you were blocked in the reporter room because they thought you were being rude. Now I don't know what you're talking about. I think you misunderstood because I have no idea what post you're talking about. I don't know of any posts Billy posts today. What post is she talking about? I don't know. I don't know what post. Does anybody know? A post that I put out with Billy Joe from Billy Joe. What's that have to do with? What do you mean, May? What's that have to do with being out of the loop? What do you mean by that? Why does that have to do with Mystical Mermaid? No, I'm not going to stop because you got blocked in another chat. You brought it up there too. You wanted to get my attention, so you got my attention. I'm just wondering what you're talking about. There's no post of anything. The post that's been out for a week, I don't know what you're talking about. She's talking about something that happened on a reporter room, but I don't know what exactly she means because but I also saw that she got blocked in reporter room for something that she said, and so I don't know what's going on. I'll be okay. Yeah, I am getting a little bit frustrated. It's fine. It has been I have been spending a lot of hours straight working on this stuff, and I hate when, especially when it just gets really frustrating when people don't like put themselves in other people's shoes and like think about what they're saying, because I mean, people know I've been all on nonstop on. Many of you guys know that I've been on here since 2 this afternoon or something. I can't like watch everything or know about every case. And we were talking about Lawson today. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say that's what confused me. It's like, Quinny, that's my video. I thought that's what she was talking about too, and I think Quinny doesn't understand that she's confused. But I thought for a second, and maybe I'm confused, because that happens a lot. So I was really getting frustrated because I really wanted to know what she was talking about. But I was also defensive because I noticed she was blocked in the last chat I was just in because of her comment. So I thought maybe it was rude or something. And and I was still heated about the last comment beforehand. So I didn't know if possibly maybe I did get something wrong. But no, that. So when I was on the reporter room, that when she played those. See, that's another thing. I bet she thought I was talking. Crazy mom. I bet Quinny thought that was me actually talking. See, I think, Quinny, I think you think that that was actually me talking when the reporter room played that video. It was me on a live a week ago. I was live when Darkness Exposed put out that live, and I just so happened to be watching them. I had just turned on their channel, and that was right there on my screen. That was from a week ago, and I contacted the babysitter live, and she had no idea about it. So that's why it was a big deal. But that was a long time ago. That was not from today. Somebody said that you were laughing. Oh, that's TT. That's my biggest fan there. TT's my biggest fan. You can't see, that's what I'm saying. It's like some people don't know. It's like they think that I just like lash out sometimes. Sometimes I do take things wrong, but like I have reasons why sometimes it might seem why I'm just like rude out of nowhere. I haven't had one of those moments for a long time because I've been on, laying low. But back when I was live all the time and things were like crazy, yeah, it happened all the time. I would misunderstand somebody's text. But you guys, like, just like in what Flip Flop's talking about, when I was in the reporter room, somebody was saying something, I guess, about me laughing about something inappropriate, which I have no idea what they're talking about. But yet I knew that they're full of shit and they're just being shit stirrers because I knew who the person was that was saying it. They like blow up my freaking comment sections on my videos. Even Jason had said to me a couple weeks ago, man, that TT is like your biggest fan. I said, I know. So these people I see in other chats, I'm sent screenshots and stuff of things, and I see things that they say, and then when they make some kind of comment in my chat that seems kind of smart aleck, I blow up out of nowhere, and it can seem crazy to some people, but what they don't know is, but still, I still believe her. I still stand by what I said to I plead the fifth, though. Ask me tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a different opinion tomorrow. But as of now, Finally is credible, but the thing is, they have it says that they're here. I'll go back and 6 agent earlier only said 4 agencies offline. It shows that Hawkins County is offline. But do you think that could be done purposely? I don't know. Now I'm all kinds of paranoid about Hawkins County after everything I looked into with Ronnie. Yeah, I didn't see what I played the fifth wrote. Well, you're not blocked here. I played the 5th. I just wish you would have. It just came off like really rude because of how it was said, you know. But maybe I could have easily over exaggerated. I mean, I am known to do that. So, like I said, I might have a different. After I calm down, I might have a different opinion, or I probably will. I took it. It sound. You know, I've already explained. I just felt like, why would you be like, it just sounded rude and kind of like, oh my God, you're stupid. Or, you know, when you could have just been like, hey, I called Hawkins County and it's, you know, VineLink is just offline. He's still in there. You know, that would have been very helpful. That would have been way more helpful. It did sound to me condescending, but I could have, I'm sure I did over exaggerate. Because, you know, so I do apologize about that. I guess sometimes it's like deja vu here. Sometimes when people, each time that, the few times that I've come out and had like talk to Fred Hill or had Don Wells on my channel, you know, kind of like bigger things for my channel. You know, it would seem like when those things would happen, not that really nobody has been able to watch my stuff that I done Ronnie Lawson, and I'm hoping people do, but I don't know. It just seems like every time I do research on something and put something out or talk to somebody, I get questioned and stuff, and I just get, it's like, you guys, it was, I know for a fact, you know, who owns the church. I spent hours and hours and hours, and I don't know. But I understand too, because there is so much false info going around. So I get it. It's just frustrating sometimes. Okay. So while Michelle was live, it was online and he was still in custody. Okay. That's how you know you did something right. I didn't know that at first, though. At first, it was like really devastating for me, the hate I got. It's way worse than it is now because, you know, my channel was way crazier at that time. But I do have a short temper and a short fuse, and I do get frustrated very easily. I mean, that's not a secret. I mean, it doesn't show here too much. I mean, I know a lot of people think I'm so patient and stuff. I am very patient, and I can be very patient, but I can also be very, like, when I'm stressed, I can be very moody. And I'm not really that stressed now. I just, I don't know. I was a little bit kind of worried about some of the stuff that I was talking about, that it might like cause some issues, but I thought might be a little bit of possibility, or it might be completely glossed over and nothing come of it. But I find it pretty shocking, the ties to the church. It doesn't look good to me. It just does not. And it makes me want to look more and see who else is in these positions of power and how they're related to Lawson. Who is judged more? Because I haven't been able to look into him too much yet. I'm a Pisces, if you understand or you misunderstand. Emotional. They probably will release him beforehand. Actually, I think it's probably going to be the Friday beforehand, which makes sense because the day he's scheduled to get out, I think it's like a Sunday or something. So they'll probably let him go Friday beforehand. If they're smart, they'll do it like the day before that or something, because I think people might expect or think or assume he might get out on Friday, since the day of his release is on a Sunday. No, people don't have time for that. I understand. Oh, you mean with 19 suspended? Yeah, it's like it's like alarm bells. Thank you, Danielle. Do you think Ronnie Lawson will? No. We talked about that on Reporter Room and I don't think so. It doesn't look like that's what's going to end up happening. I don't know. Maybe we should look into if Utah's, has anybody checked Utah court system and seeing if he's charged with anything yet? I mean, maybe it's on the down low. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I would think if it's people, it would be, I mean, who knows? Hell, we didn't know that freaking Brandon had these charges. So Don could have charges that were filed out of Utah, or he could be on the way over there. We could wake up tomorrow and be told that Don was transported to Utah today or something. What is called My House of Prayer lip lock? No, I obviously know that the Stewarts have a construction company and built and sold houses. Duh. I obviously know that. I said that in my live, Glitter Bomb. Did you watch the whole live? You've been fighting. That's it. Glitter Bomb's one of what I'm talking about. She's been one that's been trying to go against everything I say. And it's like, did you watch the whole thing I say, or the whole thing I did, before you start judging me? Because you did not watch the beginning when, yes, I did say that Roger Stewart is definitely buying and renting out houses, buying, renovating, and reselling. However, he is selling properties back and forth with his sons over and over and over again. That is not purchasing property, renovating, and reselling. That is fraud. That is moving around funds. Why would you think that would be going on? If you have 3 sons, or at least 3 sons that I know of so far, that he's in business with, that all of them are being passed properties and nonstop. There's nonstop the same property over and over, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then, like, why? Why would one property be sold from Roger to his son, from his son to Roger, from Roger to his son. I mean, like, why? I can't think of a logical explanation on that. And it's on pretty much every single property that they've owned. Oh, hey, Dee Dee. Thank you. But why would he sell it back and forth between his sons, though? That doesn't make sense. Here, I'll show more. I guess I didn't get a chance to really show too much of what I was talking about with that. So let me pull up Roger Sr. himself. Or let's see. Should I do Roger or should I do... Yeah, Roger. I was trying to think if I should pull up Roger or one of his sons first. I'll show you what I'm talking about, that it looks weird. And I don't know what it means, but it, to me, somebody mentioned laundering money. It sure looks like what you would see if somebody was laundering money. I don't know. I'm not an expert at it. I'm just saying something looks odd. And when there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, so you're going to ownership history. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, and we're counting his sons, basically. His sons and him are a package deal to me. They're one entity. I'm looking at them as one entity. So, because they're all working together on this. So when I see, a Dennis Hoke sell to Rick's brother, or Roger's brother, Rick, and then sell it to Rick, then add on Chris and Graybell and Nicole, and then he, hands it over to them, and then they sell it to Rick, and then Rick sells it to Timothy, or adds Timothy on, and then it's sold to Roger. That's just one of them. Hold on. Let me show you more. That's not... The pattern is what I'm looking for, that I'm concerned with, because it's happening. I find several of those. This one stays Roger. Pull up the brothers too. Doesn't make sense. It goes from Kevin Stewart to Roger, and then Roger it looks like gets married, and then Roger and Roger Jr., and then I don't know. It's just weird. And there's like several of these that eventually are down the line here. We'll pull up the brothers too, and or the sons, and I'll show you instances where it happens there too. It looked like on the sons, and he's just transferring properties, many of them, and to his sons. And then his sons, and then pull up his sons. Hold on, let me here where he sold it to, like where you think that's just him. That's not him right here. That's him selling it to his son. That's Roger Jr. He has a son named Roger. So that's not actually him. That's another thing that confuses. So he transferred a lot of properties to his son. I'm guessing when he got divorced in 2014, or when he had that accident and thought they were going to sue the hell out of him, and then definitely doesn't want anything in his name now because he has so many liens against him. So he's not going to want to take these properties back in his name because of the amount of liens that are against him. And then that's what makes me wonder about financial motive for crimes, like, and how far will they go? Then I think Summer Wells I had a landlord named Rick, and he was in deep crap for this because I went to a bank to refinance, and they found out that what he was doing. He had $150K on my rat hole house plus me with deed and property taxes. Wow. Yeah, it's tempting. These people, that's what happens when you put these people in, give them too much power and they take over. They get ballsy and they start doing stuff. They get comfortable because they've got a lot around. They've got away with it for so many years that they let's pull up Roger Jr. because that's see, that's senior. Here, I'll go back in my old reports. So I think that will, because he hasn't been able to take any properties back recently because he's been in such hot water financially that it wouldn't make sense for him to have anything in his name because he has so many liens. I mean, thousands and thousands. I mean, tens of thousands. Let's see. There's his wife, so I should be able to pull him up pretty easily. There you are. And I'll just do this. So this is Junior. And that's the first one I noticed, like weird stuff with properties. Looking at the last name and the people. I went through all their, like the associates and stuff. Here, maybe you guys will. There are some Lawsons right here, but I don't think they're closely related to Ronnie Lawson. Here's a Brenda Moore, and guess Judge let's find out if I wonder if this person's related to Judge Carter Moore. Hold on, let me just look and see if I see. I'm just gonna check. If I see Carter, I'm gonna shit. He'll be able to tell that let me see here. I didn't see. I think that hold on. I think you guys, I think that it hold please. I was just trying to see if there's any connection with this more, and I saw a name that I recognize, and I'm trying to remember how because I did look into the judge a little bit, but not much. Somebody with the last name of Short is coming up though, and I could have sworn I remember the name Short coming up when I was looking up the judge. The last name is Short is what I'm saying. Because I remember thinking was this. Okay, I'll look more into that later. Let's see here. Okay. So this is concealed weapon. That's Junior. Let's go to assets. Go to ownership here and see. See what I'm talking about? Doesn't that look strange to you guys? Pauline Smith Hill. Lawson is directly related to Smiths. Close family, but I don't know, of this myth. I don't think so. And then, isn't it weird? It keeps going back and forth. See, and you got to remember, it's going from Deanna and his wife to his father, back to Deanna and his wife. Oh, shit. Is that normal? Let me look. What the? Refinance. Halox. Okay, I don't know what that means, but these are different, do have different document numbers. So these are different transactions are different, whatever. And this seems to be the pattern on all these properties. And like Kevin Stewart to the two Rogers. Then they add on Rogers Jr.'s wife, and then they take her. I don't get it. Most of Roger Jr.'s are like this. Senior hasn't been able to, because he has too much financial issues. Like, he doesn't want anything in his name because he'd lose it, or he'd have to pay a bunch of money before if he sold them. The profits would go to his liens first. So it's also important to probably look into some of these people, especially if there's a lot of repeats. And see, look, look, and a lot of these are not coming up. Why does that say? It's like a bunch of them are missing. This makes me, what's the address on this one? 194 Bass Lane. Somebody is hiding something, because look, there's previous, it's not even showing up here on those, so that makes me suspicious. Then like this R.J. Seymour, who's C. Price. That's another name that is Price is directly, or Ronnie is directly related to Prices too. Like his mom or his dad. I think. So that is a name to look for. Charles Odo is a name I've seen several times. I don't know who that is, but you know what's weird about it saying Charles Odo that I just now thought about is the fact that the church was in a guy's name named Charles at one time. So Burham Baptist, Missionary Baptist Church, the owner was a Charles and switched over a few years ago. I think it was Charles Williams, right? For those who were here earlier, did saw that. Wasn't it a Charles Williams? I have it written down somewhere, but they had changed, which I don't know who that is. I almost feel like it's a fake name. Screenshot him. Oh, yeah, I know, which I should, because I wish I would have filmed freaking Brandon's Facebook. Thanks a lot, JLR. You just... Okay, so... You're right, I do need to probably... I do have... See, I'm not educated in real estate or anything, so I'm sure there's somebody though out there that can tell if this is normal. But I go through many people's backgrounds on these sites, and I've never seen this before. Seen how often, but I mean, I do know that they work in properties and they rent out places and they buy and sell. I understand, but I don't understand the selling and buying and selling back and forth to family members, like back over and over again. It's not like a one-time thing where we're gonna hand over property to somebody temporarily. But see, some of these like are still in Junior's name. So these ones, that's why he hasn't needed to sell them anytime recently. They're not all like that, but there is several instances where they're, and then you look at the other two brothers and stuff, it's happening. They're doing the same thing. But this is also where I look to see who they're associated with. Okay, so this is 424 Carter's Valley. 421 was the St. Vernon ruler. Purchased both of them? Or maybe he had, yeah, it looks like he possibly owned. All of them. Or maybe not. No, he did that. Sorry, I talked to myself. Because I'm looking also while I'm... Okay, here, let me... I can't get through all... There's so many. But he does, I mean, he does work in not available. George D. Webster. See, I don't understand. Some of these are missing. What? How does that make sense? Sale amount $1.2 million. Hold on, let's look here. 76, the mortgage amount, $76,000. And then they sell it for 1.2 million. What? Wait, hold on. Let's go over here. Mortgage amount 111,000. $1.6 million. That show you know what's weird about that too? That shows it looks like it's 2022, the year 2022. Or is that just, hold on. See, this is 2017. 2022, $1.6 million. What is innocent? They will be watching to see what info we all have. Does it look like laundering money? Has it changed hands? Yeah. I mean, this one was back and forth, but it doesn't make sense, like, how much it says it's worth. Assessed value $183,000 in 2021. How would they get $1.2 million? Who is giving them that kind of money for the property that's only worth? What kind of scam do you think that they could be running where they're able to sell? What company are they ripping off is what I want to know. Or how is this even possible? Can anybody explain this? I don't know. Like, it could be explainable. I just don't know. It just doesn't look right. Sell amount $726,000. Here's another property. This one's at 5281 of Highway 11. That's the one. I believe that would be the Burham Church because they changed the address. The address that the Burham Church used to have, according to the Secretary of State, used to have an address on Highway 11 West. So, but I do know that they have, I don't know, is 11 West, anybody who's a local down there, is 11 West Burham Road? Are they the same thing? Look. Who's Robert Lawson and Dana Lawson? And are they close family to, I don't think I found a Dana and Robert yet, unless I'm having a brain fart. It was in 2015. Roger, Rachel, Winstead, 38,000. See, $380,000. Sale amount, $38,000. WTF. And of course, the person who sold it at $380,000, it's magically erased. What the hell is going on here? Mortgage amount, $151,000. Mortgage amount, okay, $395,000. Okay. $150,000. I don't understand. There was a meth lab at Rogersville, 7495 Highway 11. 7495. 7495. Writing it down. Let me see what that is that Susan just sent me. I'm reading an article I was just sent. That is quite interesting. I don't know if I'm wanting to share that or not, though. I'm trying to decide. I mean, I think it's... I think that's quite interesting, though. Right, about how she enjoys serving her church. So the article I was sent was about Brandon's wife, and I imagine she's going through a horrible time right now, so that's why I'm trying to have a little bit of sympathy. But I do find it interesting. Some stuff in this little article or whatever has interesting information as far as with Brandon, because it says she enjoys serving with her church on local and home missions and has been on several foreign mission trips to Jamaica. And that was August 24th, 2022. But then another thing that she serves as a secretary. See, that's what bugs me. All these people in these positions. Brandon's wife in a position of an organization. Have two different, but one's a different county. How can she be a board of directors for a different county that she's not even a... I would think she would have to live in that county, but okay. She's representing two different counties and organizations, and that is something to look into, though, to see if, that's another type of power thing. Oh, I know. I didn't know what else. I know it's not an article. I just misspoke. It's not really an article. But it is interesting. And I just know I was asked. I mean, I know she's going through a hard time. I've heard it through the grapevine, and I just am. That's why. I mean, I heard. So I just I'm not trying to. So I'm torn at like what to do, but. I'm gonna screenshot it though, because I've never seen that. But basically, yeah, it's a little write up about her at her place of employment, and it basically is just like letting people know that she was promoted. And but then she mentions like what she likes to do, and it talks about serving her church and going to mission trips to Jamaica, which is very concerning because is Brandon going on these mission trips? And I'm assuming they're probably around kids. And I do know in places like, I do know that there is men who take, well, probably women too, who take advantage of kids in those situations in these foreign countries to abuse, they use the opportunity to abuse them. And I only know this because my ex-girlfriend grew up in an orphanage from in a different country. I'm going to go in a second, but see, isn't it weird how every single one of these missing, well, right here it doesn't say an amount, but what, it's like, wait, what address is that one? Whitney Arnold. Wonder who he is, because Arnold is, I think also, it is a local name too, I think. Oh, look here. That one. Well, I think you guys get the idea of why I was concerned here. Oh, really? They all did Misty? Oh, did it? I didn't know that, Sweet D. She says, anyone know why the billboard for summer is down now on Fort Henry, and Summer's reward fund went into a combined reward under for all missing children? Huh. Exactly, Shay. Exactly. Let's see. Let me look at Shay, what Shay's been posting lately. Okay. I need you to get up. Yeah. Shay, how do I get a hold of you? Can you email me? No, I haven't called Don's phone. I don't have his new number. I just have he changed his phone number when I was there. I never got it again after he changed it, which is right before in January. No, I mean, but I think she means basically Misty, like if she didn't leave him, then she's going to be upset, or then, screw her. But I do need to go, but if you can email me, and let's see. I do need to go, but it's addicting and keep looking through. So I'll probably keep researching, but just go offline because it's easier to concentrate. I don't think I've been able to go through every single one of these. Who's James Ricky Davis? James Ricky Davis. What concerns me with this one is does this person exist? No, I guess what she was saying, May, that supposedly the funds have already been decided on or are part of were put into a missing children's reward fund or into a missing children's fund or something, which is another thing they didn't inform the public about. If that's true. I haven't looked. $300. Okay, so 4483 Highway 11. That looks like current owner. I'm telling you guys, there's some weird things. Look, my father's house is the current owner of, which is, this is right here. My father's house is Burum Church. Right here. So, which my father's house is Roger because it's in his son's name, and his son opened Burum Church under my father's house. I don't understand why, and you have to go through all this like BS to try to figure out who owns the church. No, it's not. What, Glitter? Do you need me to prove it to you? Tell me what you're saying. Can you stop calling out no, it's not, and without saying what it is you're saying no, it's not about? Because I cannot rebuttal what you're saying and show you what I'm talking about if you don't explain what you're saying. What are you saying no, it's not to? Please use your freaking big girl words. That's another thing. It makes me, if you only talk to like, I don't know what. What's the address, Tanya? What's two different churches? What is two different churches? No, this is the same church. You want me to show you? My father's house. Look. My father's house. Were you not here earlier when I pulled up the Tennessee Secretary of State website and showed that the Burham Church, Burham Missionary Baptist Church, is registered to my father's house, which is a company, an entity owned by Kevin Stewart, who is the son of Roger Stewart. And you remember how I said Roger Stewart put everything in his son's names? It's the same. My father's house. This says, see how it just says Highway 11? Surgeonsville. The address is Rogersville, but it's right there on the line. But I just can't show what I don't understand what she's wanting to see or what she's saying no to, really, about two different churches. I don't understand what you're talking about. And I want to get it right. So if I have something wrong, then obviously I want you to explain it, but yelling out no, it's not in caps is not going to help. I wouldn't have spent all the time that I have on this to try to get the wrong answer. No, we're figuring this out together. It's like a collaboration. So I just told you the things I've uncovered, and you do with it as you would like, I guess. It says the owner is my father's house, so that's the entity that owns the property at Highway 11. I mean, the square footage of it looks like a big property. I showed earlier where they changed the address, and it used to be here. Let me show those of you guys that see it. I'll pull up the Secretary of State website again. Search businesses. My father's house. Okay. And if you're saying that my father's house is a different church than Burham, then you tell me what is Burham registered under. because I guarantee the church, there must be a house across the street that the Stewarts are living in, because they sometimes put the church as 1323 and then sometimes they put it at for 1324. So they're both basically claiming to own two properties. You just looked at the Tennessee property assessor and it also has my father's house. Yeah, that's what I know. I looked at a different website too. I don't know if it was the one you just said, and I pulled it up on different websites. Okay. Now I just have to remember which. Oh, it's the one that says, see, are you telling me that's my father's house is not Burim Missionary Baptist Church? My father's house, Missionary Baptist Church. Okay, so when we go into this, mailing address, 1323 Burim Road. Now look up the address that they have for the church. If you Google it, and it says 1324. And then 1323 is also, I don't know, they just keep going back and forth with the addresses. And then right here, let me show you. The Highway 11 thing, where that came from. Look, okay, see how they changed the owner and the name? The registered agent from Charles Johnson, which sounds like a fake name to me, but still looking into things, to Kevin S. Stewart. And they changed it to 435 Williams Road to 1323 Burim Road. Then, right here, a Highway 11 West to 1323 Burim Road from Surgeonsville, and then they changed it over to Rogersville. I don't just like come up with this stuff like and make it. I'm not like freaking Cher or, and if I do put out something wrong, and I find out it's wrong, I want to correct it because I'm trying to find out the truth. I'm not trying to, my goal is not to put out misinformation. My goal is to find out the truth. So did you just see what I was talking about? How they put the church. What I'm thinking is, I don't know, it could Burim Road be a newer road because, or how long's that road been there? Well, it is possible, yeah, that there's two. I do believe that there is a house across the church that they live in or they own. I do believe that. But they own the church too. Let me, let's see, what is that address? Or what they had here. 3010 Highway 11 is what. Sorry. I am guessing, and I don't know though for sure, is that Burham is kind of a newer road, but I'd have to look into that. But anyways, guys, I do have to get off here. Deacons are in charge of church money most of the time. Oh, really? Is that how he got that house? Shay, did you hear his house was the people who own the church also sold Brandon his house? And when you go to Brandon's wife's background, let me show one more time before I leave for anybody who's going to look into this, because I'm finding her. I've looked through so many backgrounds. I'm trying to get to, where'd you go? There you are, I think. No. Okay, so you go to Brandon's wife's. No, I'll just do this. This is what started my curiosity about the church. Well, actually, I had an intuition that told me something was up. There was a connection with the church Brandon went to. But when I was going through here, and you go down to, okay, businesses, or where was I went to? I went to assets, and I went to their address that they live at now. And I hit view location report, and then I hit open report. And then when you do that, it pulls up their address, and you go down and it will show you all the businesses that are affiliated with that address. And look, Brandon's not coming up. Only his wife is coming up as a resident, because they completely wiped him from the freaking internet. I mean, took out off. So basically, go look into them, see what you can find, because you're gonna have a hard time, I promise you. And then you go down to affiliated businesses, and it shows Burham Missionary Baptist Church. Oh, really? Usually a deacon's name isn't. Well, according to this, it's just bringing up his wife's name because. And then you go to the ownership history and then you see why. See what's going on here? Roger sold it. The people that own the church mortgaged it for $400,000, it says here. 7745, let me see. These are two different documents. And we go to Brandon. I don't understand. It was sold for $120,000. Husband and wife, owner occupied. Single family residence. Then for some reason a resell. Looks like maybe, I don't know. Then another, I don't get it, but inter-family transfer. An inter-family transfer. Well, it looks like it's between Brandon himself and, or maybe it's, Mr. Wells chose not to switch churches multiple times, but also faced switch from Baptist to SCA. He gave no a reason to, said it was safer in Kingsport. Oh, wow. Did he? Because the first thing I thought of when I was looking at a church, I was like, oh my God, I wonder if this is Don's old church. I wonder if this is Don's old Baptist church. That was the very first thought. Then when I looked into it, I don't think it was. But when I found out it was a Baptist church, I was like, oh my gosh. You know, but from what I can tell, I don't think it is the church that Don used to go to. What do you mean I should know okay, then you explain it to me, Equalizer. You explain it. What is it that I don't, what else? I'm showing you the documents yourself. Maybe if you had a brain, you could decide for yourself. It's up to yourself, everybody here to decide what they want to do with it or decide what they feel about it. But good to see you, Equalizer. You haven't been around trolling me for a while, but good to see you back. They always come back around when you come out with something new. It's so hilarious. It's like clockwork. Church in Churchill. To the church in Churchill, where he held a vigil on the 19th. Oh, is it Glitter Bomb? Is it Equalizer Glitter Bomb? Not too slick. Yeah, huh? I remember you back in the day, Equalizer. No, but that's not all what's happening. That's not what is going on in every single one of those transactions. You're talking about one instance. Did you not see the property going back and forth, back and forth? Said it was safer in Kingsport, even though it was further away, which he started speaking on about the true Sabbath. Exactly. That's, I know. And I was told that the church was, they didn't think it was that church, that they think it was Westview Baptist Church or East Baptist. Does that ring a bell for anybody? You've never seen me before, Equalizer, and you just came in here and you just happened to stumble upon here and have. Are you telling me you follow the Summer Wells case and you've never been in my chat, but yet you do YouTube and follow the Summer Wells case? That doesn't even make sense. There used to be a guy that would come in here that went by Equalizer. There was a different picture. It was a picture of like you know that logo or face they use for that anonymous group. I think it was that picture. You thought Westview? Yeah, how have you never heard of Ziggy? No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, how could you? They just. But he's not the pastor though. The pastor is was it George and Lori Bradley? So if anybody got a free home, it would be them, right? Hold on. But it might be a different church, guys. That church is not the My Father's House. Here, let me look that up real quick. You guys look up Burham Church. You guys find it and see if you can find it on the Secretary of State website. If My Father's House is not Burham Church, then what is it? Then we have to figure out what it is. Or who owns it. It is not coming up in the Secretary of State. So that is still a red flag. Let me type in here. Because they have it listed as My Father's House Baptist, or My Father's House Missionary Baptist Church, which, what is Burham Church? It's Burham Missionary Baptist Church. What's the address that comes up under My Father's House? Is 1323 Burham Road. The address that comes up on Google for here, I'll show you more proof that the church is owned by the Stewarts. Don't worry. Don't fret. I got more proof. I'm telling you guys, 1323, if you're pulling up a place that's a church online, that is where they have both buildings. They own the church and the building across the street. But they are not they do not have the actual address of the church correct on their registration or on their business. I know, I'm telling that's what I'm talking about, Michelle. That's what I'm talking about right now, and how that's not, that still doesn't matter. It's still owned by the same people. It shows 1300 Burham Road. Okay, hold on. One second then. Nothing's coming up with that address on the Secretary of State website. Let me type. Even when I typed in, let me just type in Burham. Nothing still comes up. It's not, I'm telling you, they have both properties. They own that church and the property across the street. The Lawson family used to go to Westview, really? The Lawson family used to go to Westview and then went to East Rogersville Baptist, now Burham Church. Judge Kendall Lawson went to East Roger. Who's Judge Kendall Lawson? Oh, I know, Rapunzel. That's what made us talk about it. It was something that was brought up in Reporter Room. It's been a rumor for a while. Okay, so here, let me show you guys more proof that. So you guys don't. Why is okay? Did you guys see where the church is associated with his address? Guys, I know for a fact that church is owned by the Stewarts. Like beyond just, I'm telling you. I promise you. You know how I know? Because their address comes up associated with Burham Missionary Baptist Church. And I was told by somebody that I really trust, that the house, that he got the house from off of Roger Stewart. Well, if he got it off Roger Stewart, or if their house is coming up associated with Burham, I mean, I know that he is a deacon there, but okay. Just find me something different than shows that, or just if you do find some proof of Burham Church being owned by somebody else, then just send it to me, and then because that is important. That's super important. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that when we go and look at these people's assets or their houses, that this Roger Stewart is like passing these properties back and forth, selling it. Jay Stewart. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I was saying here. So hold on. I thought you said it was 1,300. I know. I've already said that 1324 is the Burum Church. I already know that Burum Missionary Church is 1324 and that they have it registered for 1323 across the street. What I'm saying is that they don't have the correct address put down. $1323 is what they have the church listed at. They don't have 1324 in the Secretary of State website at all because they have it listed. It doesn't even make sense. What is 347? Oh, the road's 347. Yeah. Retired judge in Rogersville, and Fuzz and Lori own their own home. I know. I already said that I didn't find that this isn't about that I didn't find anything, or that the pastor is not. I didn't find anything on the pastor that looked shady, like at all. Hold on, let me try. I'm trying to open this, what I was just sent, but I can't. Let's see what this says. So this is a, okay, let me click play. $1,300. Yeah. See where it said George Webster Farm? Those are just names here. But thanks for sending me that, Becca. Just keep looking and you'll see what I'm talking about. I know you will, because has the town on lockdown, no doubt about that. So does Armstrong family. Okay, well, I have found, let me see. Let me look through all my screenshots and see if I had any more other things that would prove the ownership of the church. Because I feel like I had more than just that. Oh, here's I didn't show you guys this one. See, so is that place that you're talking about? The place that is across the street is here. Let me show you guys this. Here is Roger Jr.'s Facebook. June 24th, 2011. Huge yard sale, Friday, July 1st. Blah, blah, blah. 1403 Burham Road, Rogersville, across from Burham Church. TV, DVD player, furniture, plus size clothes, boys' clothes, blah, blah, blah. Rain or shine. He's saying, so right across the church is 1403. Let's see, if 1403 is across the church, then the church would be in even number. It'd be 13. The 13, or the one on Google is obviously right, but I don't understand. And you would think the 13, the one that, yeah, I don't know. This is confusing. Who's related by marriage? Was related. Don and Ronnie are probably are related by marriage through William Goad, his stepdad, because Goad, he's the only one. Don's mom's last ex-husband was from that area, and Goad is related to a bunch of them there. So, okay, and that's Roger. He did 2 years in prison for that where he killed that lady in the accident. He got out in 2019. And he's 70 years old now. And so, yeah, here he was just like 67. He looks older than that. Dawn's sister is married to Ronnie's relative. Oh, really? Let's see what else I have. Because I feel like This guy was the former, Brad Depew was the former narcotics detective lead in Hawkins County. But let's see, who was sentenced to 10 years of prison in 2012. So it's 2011. What year was Gary Lawson promoted to the head of the narcotics department? Also, what year did, if we lost this guy in 2011, kind of wonder if they well, never mind. I am not going to go too crazy in my speculations. But look into who owns that church. If you can find anything different, I really believe there is. That is that is the church. That is the address. Let me also, I'm going to look at what Becca sent me and try to, because it has, I knew it was considered the George Webster Farm. I saw that, and they had the property addressed as 1300. Okay. Okay, so George Webster. Hold on. Okay, so that is who George Webster. That has to be an old. They must have not updated it, because on the Secretary of what's where is that? Let's pull that up again, because that's important. My father's house. Because Becca sent me something that I want to look into here. But okay. We'll pull that up again real quick. The history. Okay, so in 2019, it was changed from Charles Johnson to Kevin Stewart. Well, see, that's what doesn't make sense. I don't. Here, I'll also search that name. Let me see. What was that name that you sent me? You said George Webster. George Webster. Let's look up something. Why isn't it coming? It should come up if it's. I have to change it or refresh it, because I need to change it to contains the name Webster, or so that would George Webster. Okay. Yeah, but I think you can still search by the entity. Because when I searched by Raj or Kevin Stewart, let me see something here. Let me put Kevin Stewart. Let me see if it will come up. This is different. But I searched Burum and it's not coming up. That's what so doesn't make sense. Nothing's coming up. This is Morlock subdivision, right? So, but see, that's what I'm telling you. I feel like that whole address thing is to confuse people. It's purposely done. It's to do this on purpose. That church is I'm 100% owned by these people. I 100%. If you show me something different, then I'll change my mind. And I still obviously would have to, but I would still believe that there is. I would look into that new owner. I would like to know if I feel like this is just. I mean, why? Just how the address of Brandon's address comes back affiliated to Burum Missionary Baptist Church, and which definitely it makes it would make more sense if I don't know the person I believe whoever owns Burum Church is also who sold Brandon his house and also has sold a house to Ronnie Lawson in 2008. It says when I looked at property reviewer for Tennessee, Burum Missionary Baptist subdivision as Ann Webster, but also has owner 2 as Norman Cinnamon. Okay, so Norman Cinnamon. Who the hell is okay? I feel like I've seen the name Cinnamon somewhere since I've been doing this research. I feel like I've seen the last name Cinnamon because I remember I was like, wow, that's an interesting name. He died a couple years ago. Okay. So that's what makes me believe. Come on. See. Here, let me. Right here. In the history where it shows the change of a owner from Charles E. Johnson to Kevin Stewart. That was, when did that guy pass away. This was January 15th of 2019. Maybe these people, maybe they didn't have ownership of the church until recently. "110 Tunnel Road." I saw that too, that it listed 110 Tunnel Road, and then it put 1300 Burham Road. But the address online, it says 1324 Burham. That's what you see what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if you can find anything like proof of anything different, like proof, 2020 he died, okay? So that theory wouldn't work then if he died in 2020, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, here, I'm going to get off here, and I wanted to, hopefully, I think some of you guys are looking into it too, so I appreciate it, because I definitely, if we can find that Burham Church is not actually, I would obviously have to, let everybody know, and also re-look into things, but it wouldn't still change my stance in as far as Ronnie Lawson and corruption, because that's so blatantly obvious. But now it makes me want to look more into I saw where it said 110 Tunnel Road, and then underneath it says 1300 Burham. I see Burham Missionary Baptist, Tunnel Road, 110 Tunnel Road. Then it says, right under it though, it has the same, it says control map 102, control map up here. I can show you. No, I can't show it. I'm trying to think how I can show you guys this. 1 second. Might not be able to pull it up. It was in an email, and I'm trying to, I can, I'm getting tired, and it's hard for me to really look into this when I'm here. Here it is. Or did I just have it up and just, anyways. So this is on, I'm not sure. Let me see. Where did this? The Tennessee assessment site. You'll select the county, and when you type in Burham Missionary Baptist, this is what is coming up. It's saying a subdivision in Webster, and then the George Webster Farm, okay, area. But let's see, what did you say? Reserve W. Wright's death. George, I don't know what. Highway 70. I'm going to go look on the site. Forest. It says forest. Residential. Religious. Right here it just says Burham Road. And it says religious. So what's going on here? Well, that's the sale date in 2000, but we don't have a date right here. Does that mean, oh, this is a, oh, here's the, oh, guys, this is the, these are the old listings back here, right here. And this is the current one right here. Here, let me pull up that link that you just pulled up. Now I see what's going on here. I need to figure out how you pulled that up though now so I can show everybody. Hawkins. I've looked on the site. I remember because I did you type it in owner name or did you type it in? Where's you? What part, Becca, did you type it in? Or where did you type in Burum Church at? Like which, you know, when you get to the assessment site? Under the owner, okay. Burum Missionary Baptist. Okay, cool. Let me change the screen. Oops, nope, wrong screen. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. Okay. So basically, it looks like there used to be a Burum Missionary Baptist Church on 110 Tunnel Road back before 9/20 or 9/2000, September 2000. See here at the far right at the sale date. And then there was a Burum Missionary Baptist Church on, it looks like it says, I don't know, it says it's a class residential 1300 Burum. That's like, and here underneath that, it looks like it doesn't say the date though. The third one down doesn't have a sale date because it hasn't been sold yet. So that's the accurate one, I would guess, right here. And it says, now it has the address is 1273 Old Highway 70. Burum Missionary Baptist Church. Okay. What the hell? Let me look up this address, and that's supposedly the owner. So who's at this address? So see all these freaking hurdles we have to go over to find the owner of this place? Let me see. Or actually, let me put it in Intellius first, and then I'll look from there. To me, that looks like the same. Damn it. 37857. thinking of the zip code. I'm putting in the address in this page to see what comes up. It does. There is a Frank Cinnamon. Did you say he passed away? Did the cinnamon one pass away? Let me look up this Frank Cinnamon real quick. And then Norman passed away in 2020. Sorry, guys. I know this is boring. I'm into. It shows a James Conner. I need to look into these people. I need to see Frank Cinnamon. Yeah, we do need to do a private group, right? We can do that. We can do a private research group. I mean, because I know I did want people help looking into this. I know, innocent. Or wait, who was it that said, I thought you ended a long time ago? Oh, Flip Flop. Yeah, I know, but we're looking into, we're looking into this church still. And somebody found where possibly the owner might be different. But but it doesn't make sense though. It wouldn't make sense for them not to be tied to Ronnie Lawson and Brandon, who for the Stewarts, because they're the ones. That's who I was told that the church like bought them a house. And when you go and look and see who the seller was, it's Kevin Stewart. Or I mean Roger Stewart. And then it shows affiliated businesses, Bureau Missionary Baptist Church. That's why I'm feeling that something's changed. Yeah, I know they got a, but flip flop. Some people are saying now that the owner of the church is not actually one of the stewards. I mean, I know that I do still feel like even if we found out there was a different owner than if it wasn't one of the stewards, I still feel like the church would have to be there because I mean of the whole Brandon's house and the fact that wow. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Becca. Becca just solved it. Her name should be Chase on the case. Okay, let me pull that up. It's not going to let me pull up that obituary probably because it's a time. Damn it! It's not going to let me. Did you screenshot that obituary by chance? It won't let me view it because it's saying it's making me pay. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Damn it. Cinnamon obituary. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Norman Cinnamon, age 72, went to be with the Lord on June 2nd, 2020. He was a charter member of the Burham Missionary Baptist Church, where he served as a Sunday school teacher and a treasurer for many years. Norman served the Lord by serving others. He was a fine example of what Christians should be. He served his country in the Vietnam War and was very proud to do so. He was the owner of Monroe's Body Shop, a business established by his father in 1955. He loved his family and was always the first to step up when there was a need. He was preceded in death by Debbie Cinnamon, parents Monroe and Eva Cinnamon, brothers Vernon and Arnold Cinnamon, and Carol Hughes and nephew Keith Cinnamon. Survived by his sister Peggy Moriarty, his brother Frank Cinnamon, granddaughters Madison Vale, Cecilia Long, stepdaughter Heather Russell, stepson Justin Long, several nieces, nephews, and cousins. A special thanks to his caregiver Melissa Cox and the Waters of Clinton for taking such good care of him. A special thanks to his brother Frank for caring for Norman while he was residing in the home. Norman will lie in state on Thursday, June 4th from 1 to 6 p.m. at Christian Cell's funeral home. The family will have a private military graveside service at 2 p.m. on Friday, June 5th at the Kite Cemetery with Reverend George Fuzz Bradley officiating. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions can blah, blah, blah. Okay, look. We have a tribute wall. Should we see? So that's very interesting. He was a charter member of Burham Missionary Baptist Church. We've got Burham Church again mentioned. So if this guy was the owner, he was a charter member and Sunday school teacher. So basically, that's how Brandon, oops, there's my alarm. That's how Brandon got his position as a Sunday school teacher, huh? Let's see what we can find out in here. Some of these just say they lit a candle, so I'm just looking for seeing if there's any like any info.
books are a treasured part of every family. A way to
No thanks. Name of Christian men's group Don was a member of. I don't think he was part of the he was a part of the Seventh-day Adventist Kingsport Church, and he would go to a class on Sunday mornings before it was like a Bible study for adults before a church service. Okay, so I'm gonna go, guys. I don't even know if I can even research more after I get off here. I'm tired. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully people will check into this and see what they can figure out. And because I still, something's weird. Well, thank you, guys. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Night, night.